Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Portal, a 2-day masterclass series that is intended to help us all journey through the portal that we are in. So as you pop in, please say hello. If you are catching the replay later, please hashtag replay. I want to see you. I want to feel you. I want to connect to you. I so love being live with you. I've been really looking forward to this masterclass because we are in some energy, y'all. We have stuff going on. Jamie, Lacey, Ginger Jess, Mecca Voy, Alexa. This portal is insane, so intense. Yes, thank you for making this live. You're so welcome. Thanks for your exploding heart. Oh, I love y'all so much. Okay, so say hello if you are joining live, hashtag replay if you're catching the replay. So as we drop in, as everyone gets here, I would love to know, why are you here? Why are you here? There's something about this energy. You saw something that said portal, and you chose to take time and energy and awareness and consciousness and attention out of your day to be here live with me, or the replay, but to tune into this. Why is that? I would love to see it, to hear it. Type it in the comments, because we all have a different reason for being here. And the reason that you are here might be different than someone else's reason. And that'll help me tune into where we are. And so we can all get the most out of this transmission. So my intention for this is to help us navigate these energetics in a conscious way. I want to really ground the concept of a portal. What is that? That sounds like some woo-woo, sci-fi type of terminology, new age jargon. What does that actually mean, and how can we ground that concept into something that we can navigate with intentionality so that we can move through this portal in a way that really serves the highest good? Okay, so Jamie, ready for the emergence, going through a massive void transformation and felt super called. Sink in, explore the depths, and emerge again. Yes. Death has so resonated with what I'm experiencing energetically right now. Feeling the need for clarity and grounding. Beautiful. Okay, so I want to give context to the energetics at play within this portal that we're navigating, and portals in general. And not only ground that in kind of a general sense, but also ground that in the 4 main pillars of our life. And the 4 main pillars of our life that I work in my courses, in my mentorship, in my business, are love, sex, money, and mission. Love, sex, money, mission. Okay, something in me has been an evolving of self and birthing of a new me this entire year. Curious on portals, and I believe something with that has something to do with portals. Something with other spirits too. Cool. Overarching theme of death is also really present for me. Yeah, okay, so a lot of death, a lot of that void space, a lot of emerging, what's new. Okay, so we are already painting a picture of what a portal is. So before we move any further, who am I? What am I doing here? Some of y'all are new to my work. If you've never before caught me live or engaged in any of my work, let me know. Just say first time. If you have engaged in my work before, let me know and say alumni. I'd love to see where we are. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Jessica Zaya Bird. I am an intuitive. I am an oracle. I am a sexual priestess. I am a quantum coder, and I am an ascension guide. I help activate human potential. I literally play with magic for a living, and I am a retired financial advisor. I played the corporate game for a long time. I was in corporate sales for a long time. The last 5 years of that was in finance. And so I have very much lived within two different paradigms. And in going from one paradigm to another, I have learned how to embody both, how to live in this world, be in this world, but not of this world, and how to work in higher dimensions of reality and ground them into a very tangible, embodied way that we can navigate as a lot of the old paradigm, old world dies and a new reality is being birthed. So I have an interesting range of perspective from corporate finance, creating success within that world, to entrepreneurship. I've had multiple businesses over the course of many years, to really living an intuitively guided life. I was a really psychic kid. My gifts, I suppressed them at a really young age, and then they flipped online in my 20s, and I had to figure out what to do. I had to figure out how to harness that, how to use it as a skill set. So what started as doing healings for people, facilitating healing in very magical ways, then led to intuitive development, intuitive activation, helping people harness your unique magic and how to apply that to your soul purpose and how to uncover what your purpose is, how to generate streams of income doing it, and how to live a really magical life in a very 3D world. So that is who I am. That is what I'm doing. And again, today we want to talk about portals, the portal that we are in, the energetics at play, and how we can start to navigate them. Oh, cool. We have a lot of alumni here. Alumni times 4. You've taken literally everything I've offered. Not everything. A couple first timers. Cool. Okay. So in my work, I oftentimes, most of the time, end up offering a mystery journey. When you sign up for mentorship, like private coaching or a mastermind or one of my courses, it is a mystery journey. We might have an idea of the things we'll go through or things that we'll learn or embody or activate, but ultimately I am a portal holder. And I open up a portal and guide people through it. And you don't know what's on the other side until you go through the portal. The baby's birthing, but you don't know what the baby looks like until it comes out. So it's interesting to think that when people come to invest in themselves through my work, they are investing in a mystery journey, not knowing what it looks like on the other side. There's a lot of faith that's involved in that. There is a level of intuitive knowing that is necessary to make that type of decision, to opt into that experience and to pay for it. And what I've found is that opting into that experience is a part of the initiation. Why am I telling you this? Because that applies to the portal that we are in right now. We are in the mystery. We are in the mystery. So I will tell you, as we go through this, part of the surprise that I was going to announce, that I will announce, is a major sale on all of my courses, all of my masterclasses. I will be sharing that with you at the end today, and everything is up to 50% off. This came in strong. It is the biggest sale I've ever done, and all of these programs, most of them, were birthed from last year's portal at this very time. So I'm going to paint a picture of this portal, the energetics at play, what last year's portal looked like for me to paint a picture, and then sharing an invitation for you to dig deeper into this work if you feel called. If you do not feel called, no problem. Please squeeze the juice out of this transmission. Please take what is here for you now and let it be that. Now, I invite you to feel this transmission, to feel it in your body, see what comes into your awareness. If a word comes in, or a memory comes in, or a thought, or a, ooh, that landed, write it down, take a note, put it in the comments. Because likely that's your intuition speaking to you, and it has a message for you. So we want to tune in to the subtle here, because that's what we are in. We are tuning in to the subtle. Okay. So, okay, one more thing to set the container, and then we're going to dive in. I'm doing a giveaway. It has been made very clear to me that the energetics of this portal that we are in from 11:11 to 12:21, we're all in the portal, whether we're aware of it or not. We're engaging with the energetics, whether we're aware of it or not. So I want to encourage you to share this live after it's saved to Instagram if you feel called to do so. I've realized, and I experienced this over my own journey, there was a time where I felt like I was speaking a different language than most of the people in my life. I couldn't relate. They couldn't relate to my experience. They couldn't relate to the way that I saw the world, or what I was tuning into intuitively, or even just the language that I would use. It felt too woo-woo. It felt ungrounded. People didn't understand. And so it felt very isolating. So to be able to have this conversation and come together in community is really, really important. So if this conversation, if this transmission feels true to you and you feel inspired to share it, to invite more people into this, to call Soul Family in, to anchor a community of people who speak the same language and can work with these dynamics as a family rather than as an isolated individual, I want to invite people into this transmission. So I'm doing a giveaway. For everyone who shares this live stream, tag me in it. I'm going to put you into a drawing. When I'm at the end, I'm going to draw a name, and one person is going to have a question answered in the Akashic Records. I do read the Akashic Records. I stopped doing just individual readings years ago because I can serve at my highest capacity in a different way, but I do read the Akashic Records. So one person is going to win a 1-question Akashic Records reading. The way to enter the giveaway is to share this live stream, invite people into this conversation that might benefit from this, tag me, and then I'll draw. And somebody will get a free Akashic reading with 1 question. Okay. Now, Let's dive into portal. What is a portal? What does that mean? A portal is a gateway between dimensions. So I like to think of Alice in Wonderland. Alice went down the rabbit hole and she landed in a different reality, a different dimension of reality. There was a gateway. She went through a portal. The portal is that gateway between two dimensions, between two different realities. Now, she didn't know she was doing that. Similarly, a lot of us are going through this portal not knowing. No context. Where am I going? I don't know, but things are feeling different. The way I experienced something yesterday or last week or last year is totally different than I'm experiencing it right now. So a portal is a gateway between dimensions. Again, the portal that we are in is from 11:11 to 12:21, loosely. A dimension of reality can be thought of as a standard, a perspective, a set of ideas. It's a set of governing rules that govern each paradigm, each dimension of reality. For example, the laws that govern physical reality are different than the laws that govern the quantum reality. And we're living in both at the same time. So we're going to talk about the quantum today because that term is thrown around like no one's business. And I want to demystify that a little bit because it relates to this portal and how we can navigate these energetics. So in this portal, again, the gateway between dimensions, we are navigating, moving from one dimension to another, a different dimension of ourselves, a different dimension of consciousness, a different dimension of a way of being, quite literally a different frequency. If we consider this from an energetic perspective, and there's a bandwidth of frequency here, and then you kind of pop up to a different bandwidth of frequency here, the portal between these two dimensions of reality, of frequency, the portal is in the middle, where we go from here, move through the portal, and we bump up to a higher frequency, a different dimension of reality. Now, we're still on planet Earth, but our energy is different. Our perspective is different. The way we move in the world is different. So we can be in this portal and be really disempowered by it because there's a lot of intense energy. Things are falling out. Things are fading out. Aspects of ourselves are dying. Things are birthing. We might not know what's birthing. We might have some hints or some clues or some pictures, but we don't know how it fits in yet. And we're in this corridor of transformation, kind of in between these dimensions, 1 foot in one foot in another. And it might be different in different aspects of our lives, in these different pillars of our lives: love, sex, money, mission. So if we can navigate it consciously, we can learn how to play and use it to our advantage rather than being thrown off by it. So again, I invite you to feel this in your body and keep the 4 pillars of your life kind of in the back of your mind as we have this discussion. So first, let me talk to you about, just to paint a picture, this same portal last year. This same portal, this very time frame, last year, a lot died off in my life. Some relationships fell out of my life. Certain things in my business kind of faded out. And what dropped in was the quantum lens. I started channeling quantum physics. Science was my least favorite subject growing up. It's not something I was interested in. It wasn't my thing. Lo and behold, this portal a year ago, I started channeling quantum physics. I was like a mad scientist. I had paper on my walls with all different colored markers. I was drawing, I was bullet pointing, I was getting it all out, seeing how things fit together. It was a bit maddening, honestly, because it came in so quickly. And I started to see the quantum mechanics of creation and of sexuality, and how our intuition plays into it, and how we can create from this quantum reality, and the fundamental building blocks of reality. It just dropped in. And through that time, I birthed 2 programs from what dropped in this portal last year. And there's a reason I'm telling you this. The first thing that was created, that was birthed out of that portal, was a program called Quantum Creation. Because manifestation is talked about very frequently, very often, some of which resonates with me, some of which does not. And I think manifestation as a whole now has a lot of baggage and incomplete teaching. So quantum creation became, how do we view through the quantum lens? How do we consciously create by working with the quantum field? How do we work with the money frequency in the quantum field? How do we tune into pleasure and put all of this together to download, to channel, to remember, to access our soul mission, our divine assignment, and then be the conduit for it by embodying creator consciousness and creating from the quantum field? All of that came in from this portal last year. So together, I guided a group of us, everyone who was in quantum creation, to access our next divine assignment of what it is that we were going to birth in the world, what our divine assignment was, and how, and learn all of the tools to create that quantumly. It was life-changing. What I then birthed through quantum creation was quantum sex codes. Y'all, this is seeing sexuality and sacred union and masculine feminine energetics and how that shows up in the quantum fabric of our reality, and how we can literally create our life and intimacy and relationships by embodying our sexual energy and coming into sacred union within. Love, sex, money, purpose, all of it. These are the most powerful, profound teachings, classes, channelings. I have seen lives transform. I have seen money streams open and flow in and have transcendental orgasms and oracular orgasms where your orgasm can create your life and bring in your guidance. All of this was birthed from this very portal last year. It was a quantum leap. And we're going to talk about quantum leaps. It was a quantum leap such that I don't know who I was before this portal last year. Different human, different mission, different work, different embodiment. How did that happen? Let's talk about the quantum. We often think of the quantum, a quantum leap, as this big jump. We go from this thing to this thing, and it's a massive difference. Massive, massive difference. She says portal. How did I do that? She says portal. Absolutely. We went through a portal. Different dimension of reality. But think about this. We often think of a quantum leap as this massive jump. But what is the quantum really? The quantum is the fabric of our reality. It's when you zoom all the way in to not even the subatomic particles, to the smallest possible thing that we could measure, that we could look at with our current scientific utilities. It is the invisible, if you will, invisible to the naked eye, fabric of our reality. So when we talk about a quantum leap, we are shifting the minuscule fundamental component. And that shift, that fundamental quantum shift, results in the physical reality changing. We shift the fabric of reality, the unseen to the naked eye. And that little shift shifts our physical world. Here's the interesting part. If we are focusing on the shift of the external world, the physical world, the big difference that we see, we're likely gonna miss it. Because we don't quantum leap by looking at the physical. We don't quantum leap by looking at this big, massive change. We quantum leap by shifting on a quantum level. The fabric of reality, the little itty bitty building blocks of what it is that we experience. It's a zooming way, 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 way in. But what we're often taught and what the common narrative is to zoom out and look at, whoa, I'm here now, and my quantum leap would be to go from here to here. From single to married with kids. From working in corporate to having $1 million business. That can happen. But if you look at it from that perspective, you're likely going to miss it, because the way that happens is by not zooming out, but by zooming in and adjusting the fabric of reality itself. We talk all about this in quantum creation. We look at the quantum structures of our mind. One shift of a quantum structure in your mind, a belief, a thought pattern, a thought loop. One shift of that quantum structure that's operating in the background creates the big shift in the physical. But we have to know where to look. So again, if we're looking externally at this quantum leap, going from here to here, I'm doing this for work, but I want to now do this for work. If you're looking at that from the physical perspective, likely fear and resistance will come up, and your nervous system will not be in a place to handle it. I will tell you from my own personal experience, with everything that came through this portal for me last year, all of the quantum work, all of the sexual work, if somebody would have told me or showed me that leap in my work, in my finances, in the way that all of my and my clients' lives were profoundly shifting, I wouldn't have fully believed it because I didn't understand how. And my nervous system wouldn't have been able to feel safe in that big of a shift. Now, zooming in, looking at the fundamental building blocks of what creates that reality and shifting one little thing here, well, that I could hold. That felt safe in my body. That my nervous system could remain regulated and stabilized. And that's the funny part. It's the same shift. But which reality, which paradigm we're tuning into makes the difference and either facilitates that shift or could provide a lot of resistance to that shift. That's the portal that we're in now. There is the potential for quantum leaps in this very portal. However, if you are looking at the physical manifestation of this leap, of this shift, you might be looking in the wrong direction. You might actually be triggering unnecessary resistance in yourself, in your body, in your nervous system that kind of keeps you where you are, rather than zooming into the little itty bitty building blocks that we can shift, that then creates the physical shift with less resistance, less struggle. Okay, what else did I want to say about that? So when we talk about quantum reality, the quantum exists in the present moment. It is now, and now, and now, and now, and now. So if we are looking at, here's where I am in this side of the portal, and this is where I want to be on the other side of the portal in the future, on the other side, we're no longer in the present. We're in the now. Are building blocks energy? Yes. So the building block of reality is quantum reality. The quantum is, and there's only so much I'm going to be able to say here because this is a deep concept and I have a whole program on it in quantum creation. But for now, yes, the building blocks of reality is energy, is frequency. And our mind, our thoughts, our beliefs are the quantum structures. Think of it as a foundation. If you're building the foundation of a house, the blocks that go up for the blocks. See, I'm obviously not an architect. The framework. Thank you. The framework of the house goes up first. The framework of quantum reality is our belief structure. Our beliefs create the quantum structure of the reality that we experience. Meaning, if we want to create $100,000, but we have a belief, a quantum structure that says the only way that you can create a lot of money is to work really, really hard and trade your time for money. So in order to create $100,000, I'm going to have to see this many clients or do this many things or work this amount of overtime. That belief system is a quantum structure that is creating your physical lived reality. So if you want to create $100,000, but you don't want to have to do all the things, all work hard, overtime, overexert yourself, hustle and grind and okay, well then you're gonna have to shift the quantum structure, the foundation the belief system that you subscribe to. So the first example is, I want to create $100,000. How do I do that? How do I quantum leap from making this to making $100,000? Well, if you look at it in the physical, okay, well, I'm gonna have to take this many clients or do work this many hours with this amount of overtime. That sounds draining and hard. If we want to make that leap from a quantum perspective, we go into the deep, dark recesses of the mind. We look at the quantum structures held within the mind. And we rewrite that coding. The structures of the mind, the quantum structure of reality, our beliefs are the foundation of the house. So we might need to move some walls or knock some walls down to create more space. We might have to shift the way that we view money and work and exchange. And in doing so, we open up to see things differently and do things differently. That then, whoa, this idea that we saw, that we didn't see before, now suddenly is clear as day. And oh my gosh, I have all of these courses I've already created. I could just create a sale and bundle it up and send it to people and create money that way. And I'm not trading time for money. And I'm not taking on new clients. And I'm not working overtime. That was hiding in plain sight. That was available the entire time. But because the quantum structures of the mind were creating a reality that you have to trade time for money, or work really hard, or earn money, grind, well, then that wasn't even in your awareness. So by shifting the quantum structures, we can shift the physical reality. So we're going to go through the 4 pillars of our life. Hold on, is there anything else I wanted to say on that? Okay. So we're going to talk about kind of, if you consider the portal the middle, and we're going up to the center point of that portal, and then we're coming out the other side. We're going from this dimension of reality into this dimension of reality. The me as a healer, to me as a quantum coder and sexual priestess, to me as a corporate sales financial advisor, to me as a multiple 6-figure business owner. These are quantum leaps. So today we're going to talk about leading up to the center point of that portal. And tomorrow we'll talk about coming out the other side. So in this energy, in this portal that we're in right now, as we move from one dimension of reality to another, one way of being to another, one perspective to another, one frequency to another, there are parts of ourselves that will die off. There's a die off. This might mean people fall out of your life. This might mean that you start feeling a lot of resistance in certain areas of your life, or things that worked before are suddenly like just not clicking in. Because they do not resonate with where you are going. They no longer fit. It's like the puzzle pieces are shifting. They no longer fit in. So there's a die-off. And a lot of people said, I'm experiencing this death phase, just dying in the void. That's what this is. We are in the void. So here's a note about the die-off. And this was a huge paradigm shift for me. This unlocked so much for me. As we move through the portal and things come up to die off that do not resonate with this higher frequency, that do not resonate with the quantum leap, what we're actually looking at, Casey says, cutting cords. Yep. Jess, my shifts have been happening so fast I can hardly keep up. Yes. Okay, we'll talk about time right now because perfect. As we go through the portal, the time-space continuum kind of shifts. The way that we experience time can kind of shift, especially if we're not resisting it. We experience things sometimes at a rapid pace. That's normal. And if we know these things, it can avoid some of the overwhelm of experiencing it, which is why we're talking about it today. It's an intense time. Going through a portal is just intense. It is. But if we understand the context of it, we can create a more embodied sense of safety and breathe through it and look at what resistance we have to it and kind of let that go and just go on the ride. So again, when we are talking about quantum leaps and quantum shifts, we're not zooming out big picture. We're zooming into the minuscule, the fundamental building blocks, the energetics. So what does that mean? The die-off oftentimes is like a 1 degree shift. It's a 1 degree shift. Think of the Titanic. The Titanic was heading straight for an iceberg. As they were heading towards the iceberg, had they turned the wheel 1 degree, they could have missed the iceberg completely. That is a different timeline. That 1 degree shift of the wheel can result in going from a catastrophe, crash, killing however many people, resulting in a great movie that I actually kind of want to rewatch now, to missing it and everyone going home to their families and having a wonderful time. It's a different timeline completely. Now, if we were to look at the end result, the physical manifestation of that quantum shift, that 1 degree shift, well, it's night and day. It's life versus death. It's living happily ever after to becoming a widow or widower. That quantum shift didn't happen in the physical. It happened from a 1 degree turn of the wheel. That's how we quantum leap. That's what's happening in this portal. This portal energy is facilitating the 1 degree shifts. Now here's where it gets disorienting. Ooh, I'm seeing comments. Ooh, Shay, what did you say? I didn't see your comment, but Lacey loved it. I don't know why it's not showing up. So again, what's happening with this portal, the energy coming in is facilitating that 1 degree shift. It's turning the wheel. It's like if you're sailing and you're going in this direction, it's a gust of wind coming in that causes you to adjust the sails. That's what this portal energy is. Now, the way that that manifests in the physical can look like a huge leap. But we're not focused on the huge leap. We're focused on the 1 degree shift, the 1 degree turn of the wheel. So as this energy comes in, if we're not aware of that, that can feel so disorienting. Whoa, this person that I was super close to and could really share my most intimate moments with. Now when I talk to them, it's like, I don't feel seen. I don't feel heard. Like it's not landing. I don't feel resonant anymore. That might be the result of a 1-degree shift in your mind or in your boundaries, around your boundaries in relationships, or around the depth of connection that you want to have with somebody. This energy is facilitating that. So if we're not aware of that, we might see, oh my gosh, I feel resistance here and resistance here, and this is dying and this is dying, and things aren't beautiful. With this awareness, we can use that energy to see, ask myself, what is this 1-degree shift? What is that? How can I allow for this 1-degree shift and tune into what within on a fundamental level is shifting 1 degree? And then we can see how that might ripple out into the big physical effect that we might be seeing. Being 1% more gentle with myself today totally resonates. Oh my gosh, Shay, that is beautiful. Yes, being 1% more gentle. How beautiful. How might that being 1% more gentle with yourself ripple into everything? I have chills. Thank you for that, Shay. In your relationships, with your clients, with your job, with your mission, with money, with sex, with everything. Wow, I'm breathing so deep into this message. Yes. Is it crazy that this 1% shift can happen instantly? Like within 24 hours, everything is completely inverted. Yes. This is why it's so disorienting for people, myself included. And I'm aware of the energetics, and it's still disorienting. So this 1-degree shift. And think about that. Think about the boiling point of water. Water literally changes states when the temperature increases by a single degree. It goes from liquid to becoming gas. Now, if you were to say, hey, water, you're not going to recognize yourself in a minute. You're going to be totally different. That's scary. What am I doing? But if you look at the 1-degree shift, it's the temperature rising 1 degree. And it results in this massive change. A change of state, a change of dimension, a change of way of being. Shay, I literally wrote a post today on shifting 1%. Wow. Oof! We ride in the same frequency, sister. We read in these energetics together. Cool. Okay, so when we look at what is dying off, sometimes where we meet this resistance, something that's dying off might not fully die off. It might just be a 1-degree shift. So if something in your business, because I work with a lot of people with businesses, from corporate execs in tech to healers to coaches to consultants to the whole thing. So I like using business examples. If there's something that isn't feeling aligned in your business, it might be easy to say, oh, that's dying off. Oh, we'll let that go. Maybe. Or maybe there's a 1-degree shift. Maybe launching programs right now doesn't feel aligned. I don't really want to birth something new. These programs, I don't know. Oh, 1-degree shift. I could just resell what I just did because it was so freaking powerful. I don't have to abandon it completely. I can just offer it in a different way. 1-degree shift. What about in love? In love. Love can mean relationship with yourself, relationship with partner, friends, family, the way that you radiate love, embody love in the world. What is a 1-degree shift? Can you open your heart 1 degree more? What might that do? What might that do? So, put in the comments where are you meeting resistance or feeling this shift with your heart, with love? Either your relationship with yourself, your romantic relationships, anything like that. Like, where are you feeling resistance? Where could you pivot 100%? Where could you have a 1-degree shift? Where could you open 1 degree more? Because this is going to be really telling. Casey says safety and love. Beautiful. So how can you create 1 degree more of safety in love? Let that be the shift. Specifically in this portal right now, creating and allowing prosperity. Beautiful. So where in this portal right now, because this is an energetic thread that I'm seeing, what aspect of yourself are you not fully seeing, loving, expressing? What aspect of yourself, and this is a journal prompt for you, and put it in the comments if it comes through right now. I like tuning in. But this is a specific thread through this portal. What aspect of yourself are you not fully seeing, loving, expressing? That's probably where you're feeling some resistance with yourself. That's probably where you feel a death or a shift or a tenseness. Maybe there's something you're avoiding in yourself, avoiding seeing, avoiding feeling, avoiding loving. My friend, beautiful healer, sound healer, Oracle, Tina Rodriguez, she, in one of her posts, helped bring this into my awareness, was an aspect of myself that I wasn't fully acknowledging or seeing, was the addict. I didn't want to look at that. I didn't want to look at that. The addict. Where I was reaching for something externally, time and time and time and time and time and time again, to facilitate a shift internally. And it was no longer serving me because it was not any longer an intentional reach. It was a pattern that created a quantum structure in my mind, a belief system that I needed this external thing in order to feel this shift inside. Then I could have a 1-degree shift. I could look at the addict archetype within myself. I could love that aspect of myself. I could ask it what it needs and give it what it needs and shift it on the quantum level. Create a new quantum structure. The belief systems are like the coding, the computer programming that then come out in our physical reality. It's like the coding of the video game. Abandonment, I get so intense. I just met someone and I'm more paranoid than I am even committed to it yet. My fears are up. overexpressing and underholding my heart, inner child, stepping into loving my creativity and inner feminine more, letting go of the structure and discipline again. Beautiful. Okay. So all of this that we're talking about here, we dive deep into like the different aspects of self would be soul evolution, and all of the love and intimacy with ourselves, with a partner, all of that would be quantum sex codes, if you want to go deeper. So in love with yourself, with others, can you have a 1 degree shift? What's dying off? Where can you shift 1 degree? Next pillar of our life, sex. Y'all. A major thread that I see in this current portal related to sex, the pillar of our life of sex. And when I say sex, I mean our relationship with our sexual energy. That could be physical sex. That could be literally the life force energy within us that creates humans, that creates life, that creates worlds. In this pillar of life called sex, and let's just a minute on sex. Sex is everywhere in life. You can't extract sex from life. Sex is in nature, sex is in trees, sex is in animals, sex is in humans. We are animals. Life is sex. It's like one big natural organic orgy. You can't get away from sex. So when we look at our relationship with sex, I have found that we can pretty much trace anything in our life that we're experiencing to our relationship with our sexual energy. And this is the whole foundation of quantum sex codes. Money, mission, ascension, healing, all of it, relationship with sex. So a major thread that I'm seeing in this portal is a rewiring of our pleasure circuits. What does that mean? Look in your life at what brings you pleasure, whether it's physical pleasure, sexual pleasure, sensual pleasure, taste, sight, sound, any of the senses. What brings you pleasure? The 1 degree shift that's occurring, that can occur right now, related to sex, it's going to be different for everybody, but one common collective theme is pleasure. Think of it like chocolate cake. The first bite, you're like, oh, God, that tastes good. And you savor it, and it's yummy, and it's good. And then you have another bite, another bite, another bite. And you keep eating, keep eating, keep eating, keep eating. And you keep eating the cake, but you don't really taste it anymore. Like the pleasure isn't fully there anymore. But you keep taking another bite, hoping to get that same dopamine hit, hoping to get that same sense of pleasure that you had on the first bite. It kind of numbs out. This is happening in all of our lives. So I invite you to look at what once really brought you pleasure that isn't fully bringing you the same amount of pleasure anymore. We are rewiring our pleasure circuits. And your 1 degree shift might be, oh, because I'm being kind of greedy with it. I'm actually not savoring it. I'm just wanting more and more and more. I'm not fully present with it. I don't have full gratitude for this super pleasurable experience. So your 1 degree shift might mean bringing more awareness into that pleasure. Or your 1 degree shift might be, that pleasure just doesn't really do it for me right now. Like maybe I stop eating chocolate cake for a while. and I kind of reset. Maybe the way that you self-pleasure isn't really doing it for you right now. Maybe the 1 degree shift is bringing that 1 degree more awareness into your physical senses, into what brings you pleasure in the moment. This might sound trivial. I assure you, from my experience with clients, especially those who have gone through quantum sex codes, when we look at our relationship with pleasure and our relationship with our sexual energy, the shifts that can occur in our lives are monumental. So the 1 degree shift that I invite you to look at right now in the pillar of life under sex and pleasure is your relationship with pleasure and what is no longer bringing you that same degree of pleasure that you can shift, likely bringing more awareness to because it's gone unconscious. So that's a theme in this portal right now of what might be coming in, why this always brought me pleasure and this was a really uplifting thing, but now, what happened? So I invite you to look at that. And again, if you want to go deeper, quantum sex codes. Money, the third of the 4 pillars. Money. Collectively, in this portal, I am seeing a lot of money channels shift. And that could mean old money channels where we were generating income before no longer feel resonant. And again, we can look at that as a die-off or a 1 degree shift. I recommend looking at the 1 degree shift first, see if a 1 degree shift then brings it into resonance and feels aligned for you. If not, it might be a die-off. But I'm seeing this, again, collectively in this portal space, money channels, some kind of no longer resonating, a pivot needed, and or new money channels opening. Now, if we are in this portal and we know that the energy is coming in to facilitate a 1 degree shift in most areas of our lives, and we know that, oh my gosh, if we're not aware that this energy is coming in to 1 degree shift us, we're going to feel resistance and fear and holy shit, what am I doing? Things are dying. Things are birthing. I don't know. Ugh. But knowing that this portal energy is facilitating a 1 degree shift, we can see that this 1 degree shift could have a really big difference in the physical, especially when we're looking at money. So, as we talked about, as we come into this portal and we're nearing the center point, there's a die-off. Things are closing. Things are no longer aligning. And we may have to do the 1 degree shift or let things fall off and die off before we see what the new is. That's the scary part. That's where trust comes in. That's where you have to trust your own alignment and your own resonance and what feels true for you. For example, this portal last year, I was guided to end my masterminds early, and pretty much everything that was bringing me revenue, that was paying me, spirit, my higher self, my soul said, stop it early, go into a cocoon, take a step back. Cut off your money channel. Now, I have this awareness. So I knew that by cutting off that money channel, I would have the capacity to open up a new one that better served me, that had a bigger capacity to bring in money. And it did. So one of the themes here, again, is money channels closing, money channels shifting, money channels opening. So again, take this concept of the 1 degree shift with your money channels and see what 1 degree shift might bring this into something that does feel good, that does feel aligned. Or if that doesn't work, it might be a die-off. So I would look at, where do you lack intimacy with your finances? And we go into a lot of this type of money stuff in quantum creation, and how to open money channels, open money portals, timelines, the money frequency, embodying that. If you want to go deeper, that's quantum creation. So look at your intimacy with your finances. Where are you either avoiding intimacy? Maybe you're not fully making eye contact. Maybe you're a little bit avoidant. Maybe, I don't want to look at my credit card. Or I don't really want to do my QuickBooks. Or yeah, I'm bringing in money and I'm spending money, but like I see the amount in my bank account and like, I'm good with that. But you don't really know where your money's going. Look at your intimacy with money. That's a part of this portal. What 1 degree shift of intimacy can you make with your finances, with your money? That will facilitate the shift and help you have an awareness of what might be closing down, what might be pivoting, what could open up. But if you don't look at it, you're probably going to have trouble seeing it. Lastly, mission. Now, if you're here, if you follow me, if you're in my world at all, you probably feel like you have some kind of soul mission. You have an awareness that you are a soul that incarnated here for a purpose, with a mission, likely to uplift humanity, to evolve, to learn, to grow, to anchor love, whatever that is for you. So in this portal, new missions are dropping in. Just like I said with this portal last year, I went from being very more focused on healing and intuitive development to working with quantum reality and sexual energy. Now, I was doing that before, but the way that I really showed up in the world shifted to where this was now the forefront. Quantum reality, quantum creation, sexual energy, sacred union. That was the shift. It was my mission changed. And that's happening right now in this portal. Now, this can be one of the most disorienting ones, especially if your mission is tied to your finances in a blatant way. As our new missions drop in, we might have to let the old ones die before we know what the new one is. Or we might have an idea or kind of get a flash or a vision or see a few puzzle pieces, but we don't really know how they fit together yet. When it comes to mission, it typically requires a 1 degree shift in a few different areas. This is the compound effect. It's compounded. Your 1 degree shift in love, your 1 degree shift in sex, your 1 degree shift in money can kind of come together and have a shift in mission. It opens you up to be able to see, sense, feel, intuitively receive, and know what this next mission is. Soul purpose, mission, focus. What you feel really drawn to do, to offer, to be in the world. Y'all, the planet is shifting so quickly. The matrix, the old paradigm is crumbling beneath our feet. So our missions are getting bigger and bigger. They're having a bigger and bigger impact. We're here to create a new world. If you are in my world, following my work, you likely resonate with this. And if not, that's okay. This isn't for you, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Like, you are your own guru. I can't stress that enough. You are your own guru. I'm just here to share what I see, sense, and feel, and how it impacts me and how it impacts my clients. Likely, the 1 degree shift in the other areas of your life compound to shift your mission, to open up and unlock the receptivity to receive the download, the guidance, the intuitive hit of, oh, that's the direction I'm going. Yes. So I invite you to look at all of this tonight, journal it out. Oh, we're already, okay, we're 12 minutes over the hour. So I'm going to wrap this up. Anything else I wanted to say on mission? Yes, on mission. Oftentimes the shift of our mission, like what our new mission is hiding in plain sight. It's there. It's available for us to see, but we can't see it until we make the 1 degree shift in the other areas of our life. Because our mission is our embodiment. Our mission is who we be in the world and the impact of that. It is us embodying and radiating our essence in the world and having a ripple effect impact. So oftentimes it is the compounding of the 1 degree shifts of the other areas of our life that then open up to be able to see what was there all along, which is the new direction, the new mission, the 1 degree shift in mission. Is this landing? So I would look at, with mission, where are you resisting the intuitive hit? Where are you resisting making a 1 degree shift? Where are you resisting being your own oracle? Where are you resisting that intuitive hit that you're like, no, that doesn't make sense. Maybe tomorrow. Out of sight, out of mind. No. Where are you resisting that? That's the key to unlock your mission. So as far as being your own oracle, if you want to go deeper into that, that's soul evolution, how to channel. As far as anchoring your next divine assignment and creating it from the quantum field, that's quantum creation. Anything else on these? Okay, so that is the foundation of this portal energetics and what you can look at tonight before we go into tomorrow about where you can have a 1 degree shift in these 4 areas of your life: love, sex, money, mission. And part of it might be a 1 degree shift. Part of it might be a die-off completely, or that 1 degree shift results in a die-off. So journal all of that out. I promise you, if you actually go through this, things will be revealed to you. Bring your awareness to it, set a container, drop in with yourself, go through this. It will facilitate you as you navigate this portal. Okay. That's it for the portal foundation until tomorrow. If you feel complete, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow. I am now going to share with you the offer that I've been so excited to share, which is a sale through the holidays, the biggest sale I have ever offered. Again, this was a nudge that came in, and all of this came in to do now in this portal. I have bundled my 3 programs, Soul Evolution, Quantum Creation, and Quantum Sex Codes, put them all in a bundle, and I'm offering all 3 at 50% off. I've literally never done this. This is to help you navigate this portal and everything that unfolds for you through the next year if you want to dive in. Dive in. This is the most profound work I've brought through to date, and this was birthed from last year's portal. So the intuitive hit was to offer it for this portal to guide you through your next quantum leap, because it's quantum work. So I'll post the link. Actually, I'll do that here. So the value is like $6,600, half off. It's $3,300 for all 3 programs. If you have taken one of the programs already, or you want to gift it to someone else, you can still buy the bundle and then email support@ZayaSoul and just let us know which program you want to gift to someone else. Give us their email address and we'll shift that on the back end. So that is the all-in, dive into this work, be fully supported as you go through this portal and come out the other side and anchor what's next for you, this next paradigm of reality. That also includes the masterclasses, Liberated Sex and Embody the Golden Age. Everything is included. So you get 2 masterclasses, 3 full programs, everything for half off, $3,300. If this calls to you, if you've ever been drawn to my work, that is the one I would recommend. Dive in. If you just want the masterclasses, I think it's like a $350 price point. You get Liberated Sex, the 4-day masterclass series. It was my most viral and popular masterclass I have ever offered. You can get that and Embody the Golden Age, which is helping you to calibrate to your reality on the other side of the portal, calibrate and embody this next dimension of you. Both of those are bundled for, I think, like $350. So there's 2 different price points here. It's all available. This will be on sale, I want to say, through the next couple of days, and I'm doing a giveaway. The first 10 people to sign up for the Trinity Bundle, is the program bundle where you get all 3 programs and the 2 master classes. The first 10 people to sign up for that will get a one-on-one private, I'm not doing 10 private sessions. What am I giving away? Hold on. Oh, right. The first 10 people, okay. The first 10 people are going to be put into a drawing, and one of you will get a one-on-one session with me. This is $1,000 value. My one-on-one mentorship containers range from $40,000 to $100,000. I do not offer individual one-on-one sessions, except for now in a drawing for the first 10 people who sign up. Also, the first 10 people who sign up for the Trinity Bundle will have access to the Living Library for a year. The Living Library is like Zaya Soul on Demand. It is a library of healings, activations, integrations, journeys, meditations, embodiment practices. It is so much stuff that will support you as you go through these programs. So the first 10 people will get that as well. I will put in the comments, and I'll send everyone an email, the link. If you're interested in any of them and you want to read the modules, the programs, the testimonials, the transformations, just DM me either Trinity Bundle, which is everything, or Masterclass Bundle, which is just the masterclasses, and I will send you the link for that. Otherwise, if you just want a single program, it's 30% off. All of the programs are 30% off with code MAGIC. So this will totally facilitate your transformation through this portal. DM me if you want the link, but it's zayasoul.com/Trinity Bundle, zayasoul.com/Masterclass Bundle. Everything is in there for you. And I will announce the drawing after the first 10 sign up. So that is it for today. I really strongly encourage you to do the homework, do the journaling for the 1 degree shift in each of the 4 pillars of your life: love, sex, money, mission. As we go through this phase, kind of the death phase of the portal. And then tomorrow we'll talk about the birth, kind of coming out the other side and how to embody that. So I will see you tomorrow at noon Central. And I will upload this afterwards so you can share it and enter the drawing for an Akashic reading 1 question as well. That's it. I love you. See you soon. Bye. It's okay to let people